Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Elizabeth Mayer, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Southwest Victoria, Australia. I'd like to welcome you again to our third week of Christmas Spectacular. Goodness me, we are flying through these. We've only got 2 weeks to go. Okay, just a quick little update on a few things. The starter kit, the joining starter kit for joining Stampin' Up for October. We have only got 2 days left. 2 days. That's all you've got. Well, 2 and a bit days if you take Saturday afternoon and night in as well. So we'll say 2 days. It all finishes, comes to a complete halt at 11:59 on Monday the 31st of October 2022. If you're thinking of it, if you're sitting on the fence, don't waste any longer. Time to get on. Now, stamps, my monthly Stamps Club for November is the Christmas Lights bundle. Let me get this over half over. Now, some of these, the Christmas Lights stamp set is this one here, which is what I am focusing on for November. So we need to get some Christmas cards ready. If you like to hand them out, I have quite a few people who get a handmade Christmas card for me, and I mean quite a few, and I'm a bit low. I need to get myself moving, so we're doing that one. Also in November I've added a extra Stamps Club is the fitting florettes. Now I'm sorry, I forgot to take a picture of print the picture out of it. It will be released to customers. You can purchase it from the 1st of November. So I'm doing a class on that. All the details are on my page. So you can find all the details there. I've started posting that. Now also, you will notice I don't have a host code. I will be changing, the host code has been changed, I should say, and I haven't written it down. So because it's a new one from the last 2 weeks, because we go from October into November, so I have had to change the host code. So that will be up in the description. You'll find that up above in the description, or down below if you're on YouTube. Okay, so let's get started. This week we're doing bags, gift bags. Let me get some of this paperwork out of the way. Move it over there. Now, first one I'm doing is a 12 by 12 gift bag. Well, uses a piece of 12 by 12 cardstock, I should say. So I'm hoping it will all fit into camera view. I will do my very best. Oh, I'm still getting rid of all this paperwork I had here to let you know. I will do my very best to get it into view for you. I am also using, if I get down on my hands and knees onto the floor, which I shouldn't be doing, the Simply Scored board. I love this Simply Scored board. It comes in inches and centimetres. I do have the plate, the centimetre plate. That usually when I do bags, I do all mine in inches. So I'm sorry today if you're just a centimetre metric person. I'm sorry. I'm using Imperial all day today on our 3 bags. Okay, so our first bag, I'm using this piece of paper from the, what's the paper called? I've gone Boughs of Holly, is it? Oh, I've gone blank. Yes, Boughs of Holly. I was right. You've always got to go blank, don't you? Okay, so if you've got a directional paper, make sure it is in the direction of your pattern. So mine's a bit wobbly at the moment, but because I've got it half on the table, half off so you can see. Mine is, I'm classing mine as directional. So with my paper, right way up, first off, we are scoring at 2 inches, 5 3/4. This is the little stylus that comes with the tool. 7 3/4 and 11 1/2. And the little stylus fits right in. It's got a little hole, a little thing there for him to sit in. And silly me, should have shown you the bag. What we are creating. And this, I'll put it on the side there, you'll see it better. Oh no, you'll get a full view of it. This is our little gift bag. It's a fair size, using the 12 by 12, so it's a fair size. Oh, my little leaf there didn't go under. Get under there, you little devil. So that's the bag we're creating. And I just dropped it on the floor. Goodness me. Okay, so we've done our scoring at 2, 5 3/4, 7 3/4, and 11 1/2. Turn your paper clockwise. And we score again at 2 inches. And that's it. That is it. So our scoring tool, and move it out of the way. So now we will just fold and burnish all these. Now, when I have doing gift bags with designer paper, when using my score, my bone folder, I just do it very gently because I don't want to rip the paper. So just go very gently. Turn it around this way, make it a little easier. But I always fold it first with my hands. And just this tiny little bit here. Okay. Oh, the bottom part. Forgot about that one, didn't I? Okay, so let me get this up. This little triangle here, that gets removed. Now I'm not using my little paper snips today, I'm using these older ones that I use just for, because it's a fair bit of a chunk there. And we just do a little bit of a diagonal just so it all folds in nicely. So I cut up to the first score line. Then along the bottom, we've got 4 little panels here. We are going to cut up to the first score line on each of those. And that is all the cutting done. Now we will come and put our bag together. Now I'm going to use, if I can find it, here it is, tear and tape. I use tear and tape for creating bags. It is strong, holds it all together. Liquid glue you could use, Seal Plus you could use, but I'm a bit of a tape girl. Hope you have all had an enjoyable week. Been a busy one in my household. My youngest, my baby, had his 22nd birthday. So there's telling you something. Yes, my baby's turned 22. So we had a bit of a dinner for him, had a bit of a pizza night. That's all he wanted, pizza. Okay. So here's our bag. Well, nearly finished. Okay, so where the seam is, that's the back. So we know that bit there is the back. So then what we do is we bring our sides in. We bring our first front flap over there, and our other flap comes to the front. So it's like that. I just trim a little bit off there. There's a little bit of an overhang from the score line. There we go. And I will put tear tape on the bottom edge as well. I hope you are all seeing these. Let me put a bit of paper underneath that. That might be a bit better. Yeah, that's better. So I'll put a couple of strips of tear tape. I hope if you are up in any of the flooded areas of Australia, I hope you are going okay. It's been very wet here. And I'm in Victoria, so not only in Victoria, it's been very wet in all places of Australia, just about all places of Australia. So bring that up and bring that forward. And there we have our bag. Not finished yet. We just push the sides in just a little bit. As you can see, I'm just pushing them in just like that and bringing them together. You might get a little bit of a bulge there. That's fine. You can push it in a bit if you like, if it wants to push in. So how do we close this bag up? Ribbon. And how do I hold it on there with the ribbon? So I can tie the ribbon around. The good old paper clip. Peg also works. I've used pegs before. There we go. So I'm using the Real Red ribbon. And people, you know what I'm like with tying bows. Not very good. So what I do is I tie my bow on the side over here. Just to make it a bit easier. Come on. But my ribbon will all curl up and be knotted or whatever. Now another thing I've discovered, if I tie a bow this way, the bow's looking at the back. So what do? I turn the bag around so the top of the bag is at me. Now I'm going to put it on the side here to tie my bow. And then I found my bow sits to the front. See, told you I struggle with bows. Okay, so now all I do is I move him around to the front. I thought I'd cut a bit extra, too much ribbon off. Well, the bow sort of sits flat, but a bit up in the air, a bit funny looking. Not the best of bows, I have to say. So, we'll bring him down there. Chop that little bit off. Now, if you wanted to ensure your bow's going to stay, and when the recipient opens it, you could put a little glue dot there. So when they open it up, the bow's not falling off, disappearing. So let's do that. Running off here and there and gets lost. I know some people just throw the bows away. I keep mine. I keep my ribbons. We'll pop him under there. Pop that there. Take your paper clip off and your bag is nicely closed. Now that is a nice tall bag. Let me see if I can put some measurement to it, how long it, well, it's, where's my inches? Here, I have the inches there. So it's about 10 inches long, 3 3/4 wide, and 2 inches in depth. So it's not a bad size little bag. Good bag. Okay, we haven't finished. I haven't finished. Got to put some decoration on it. I'll just pop him aside there for the minute. Now this little die cut circle, this is from the Brightest Glow stamp set. Now this goes with the Lights Aglow stamp set. You can buy them, the two of them, as a bundle together. There's a whole kit collection, but this is just sentiments. And wait till you see the dies. How do they look? Wow. So I've used the little circle die here. It's this little one I've used today. And the sentiment that I've used is "'Tis the Season." So we'll get that out, and I've used Real Red for that one. And where's my mat? It was here. There it is. Just to ensure, as you can see, I did a bit of poking. Done some poking. Bring it up a bit. There we go. Beautiful. Best one I've done, I think, and got ink on me as well, of course. Okay, so we will pop that one up onto dimensionals. Where's the dimensionals? disappeared again as usual. Oh no, here they are. Got a new pack out this time. We used the last lot up. Well, I used the last lot up the other day. And I'm just going to put one in the middle, actually. Put that one back there. Oops. Bring our bag in. And we will pop him there. And I have got some of the, I just die cut some of the leaves from the, oh goodness me, Decorated with Happiness stamp set. Oh, I couldn't think of the name of it. And what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to pop these in here, just in behind the sentiment. But what I think I might do is, I'll pop this one on first. I'm just going to use glue dots. Just for the, I guess he thought, just for the quick time. Just pop him in. And I might just use the one leaf. So just chop. Oh yeah, I did cut through that. Just cut off that other leaf. I'll use a glue dot on him. Pop him on the side there. Probably could put another one underneath him, I think. This is the best thing about the Take a Pick tool. Put one just there. There we go. And I'll pop this one here off too. Come on. And pop one there and just one behind there. Have him coming down there like that. And there's our first bag completed. So I hope you've enjoyed that first gift bag. Rightio, let's get started onto our second. Okay, so our second gift bag is this one. Just a nice little handy carry bag. Now this one uses 2 sheets of designer series paper, and they are both at 10 inches by 10 inches. So remember, if your pattern is directional, make sure you've got your pattern up the right way. Okay, we'll bring in the scoring tool again. Whoops, turn it around the right way. Okay, so both pieces are scored exactly the same way. So we have, for our first bit, I am going to score one side at 1 1/4 inches. Now this part here that I'm scoring now is going to be the top of your bag. So if you had a directional piece of paper, you would ensure that your direction is side on. Then on the other 3 sides, we score at 2.5 on every side. Bring this in up a little bit, see if I can get you up there. So on every side, 2.5. So that was 2.5, 2.5, and 2.5. So we had 1.25, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. That's our first piece. So we'll come and do our second piece. First bit, 1.25, which is the top of our bag. Then we've got 2.5, 2.5. Oops, went off the rail there. 2.5. And 2.5. Okay, that's our scoring done. That's all we need to do. Pop him out of the way. Now, first thing we do is, with our 1.25, fold him that way. So you've got the reverse side onto the front of your paper. And then I might just give that a light little burnish with the bone folder. Then we score all the others up the. Just go over the edge here gently, but not forceful. So there's one side. Oh yes, that's the one that jumped the gun or didn't want to be scored. There's 2 sides. And just make sure you line your top up here too. And there's 3. Pop that one aside. Put him over this side. And we'll do our second piece exactly the same way. Top. Oops. Side. This will be the bottom. And the side again. Okay. Right, we'll work on this one first. On this one, the bottom 2 squares are removed. So they're removed. We don't need them, though. You could place them on a card. You could make a little gift tag out of them. Put a little another piece of white over there and make a nice little gift tag. So you will have a piece that looks like that. Okay, that's your first piece. The second piece, we cut in from the side, down the bottom, just cut in from the side. So your bottom piece is just like this. So your second piece is like that. Turn it over. And now what we do is we marry the two pieces together. So this bit here will fit in between these score lines. It's a bit hard to see on this colour, so it'll fit in this bit here. Okay, so we attach it to this bit here. And this time I will use liquid glue because it gives me that time to level it all up and get it all even. To ensure I have the bag all even. Should have got a different colour for the back. That's what I had, one that had a bit of a different colour than this. So there we have a bag, but not complete. Next, we bring our sides. Oops, wrong way. Our sides up, or these little bits here will get attached to this part of the bag. This is usually I use tear tape for my bags, but this is probably the one bag that I make, and I make this bag a lot, that I use liquid glue. It is so that I can ensure I am getting it level in its spots where it's supposed to be level. So that's that first one done. Bit of glue on this one. My liquid glue is playing up lately. I think it needs a good clean out. I'll bring this in here. Now see how I don't have it level? This is why I use the liquid glue on this type of a bag, because I can push it down and get it right up to that fold line there. Gives me time to do that. But I do love my liquid glue anyway. Okay, so for the top, for this part here, all we need to do is, and I've got another little bit of an overhang there, just going to just tidy that piece up. That side looks to be all right. Is we will put liquid glue onto our piece here. Let's see if I can get that white piece of paper back in again. That's what happens when you have a grey top. Yep, got it in me. Put my finger in it, didn't I? Okay, so make sure your top is level and it matches up to your sides. And then what I do is I just fold it over and turn it over onto its side and just pop my hand in there and just to get it connected. That's all. And there's that one done. Oh, now I've got sticky hands. Okay, this is the second and last one. And you can just put the glue on whichever side you like. I just do it whichever's easiest. So bring this over. Make sure our top is lined up. And our sides are lined up. Mine's a little out there and I don't know why. not much. It will be fine. Another way too to ensure they're stuck together, use your bone folder. Get in there and rub it. And I'll do that. Look, a bit of glue came out there on all of it, even on the bottom. Just pop it in there. And on here as well. Now, if these bother you, I probably should have taped them down. Just stick a little bit of glue underneath it and hold it. And they'll be right then. Just a little bit. Doesn't need a lot. Just a little. You may only need it just on those corner bits there. There we go. They're stuck down now. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze, I think. No? Oh, yes, I was. I thought I was. Okay. This bag. Now, I never use retired products when it comes to Stampin' Up. If I'm showcasing something to you, I do not use retired products. To me, it's a no-no, so I don't. But I've had to on this one. The reason being is we had a hole punch, but it's no longer available. And I need to punch holes in this. And we don't have a punch. Well, I don't have a punch, and I couldn't find a punch in the catalogue to do little holes for me. So, I'm sorry. You cannot purchase this from me because it's retired. So I need to punch a couple of holes on both sides. So I just come down and just go through and hope to heavens they are level. Oh, they don't look bad. Even if you had a paper punch, one of those 2 paper punches, even that would be difficult because you'd have to get it into the thing. So if you had just a 1 paper punch, that'd be perfect. I hope these 2 are level on this side now. And there we go. And just get all that out of there. Well, they look pretty level. Okay, now for some ribbon. What colour will we use? We might use the garden green. Now these the garden green and the real red, they come as a combo pack. So that's pretty good. Now, I haven't cut my ribbon here, so and I put a little pin in mine to keep it all together. So I'll just pop him up there. Now I used on my first one about 40 centimetres of ribbon for both handles. So just a rough guide. Scissors. I love this ribbon. It is beautiful. Oh, doing too much there. I was going to have it triple the size I wanted. Well, perhaps not, but way too much. Let's just beautiful. I don't have the little packaging it comes in to let you know what its type of ribbon it is. Let me look that up in the catalogue. I know it is in the Christmas one. Go to the back. You want to find something? Go to the back. Go to the back. Here it is. Real red and garden green. It's 1 centimetre ribbon. It's a combo pack. What page is it on? Page 9. Might tell me up here what type of ribbon it is. Nope, doesn't. That's all it says. So there's 5 yards, 4.6 metres of ribbon on each spool. Okay, so here we go. Now, doing those. No, it's not as bad as tying a bow, believe you me. Put your ribbon on an angle so it's easy to grab. And all I do is I pull as much through as I can. I just tie a knot. Now we know that knot is going to go through. Well, perhaps not just yet, but it might. So I always do a double knot. And there we go. Could come through, but we can fix that one up. And ensure you have, I didn't really cut that bit there on an angle, it's fine, we'll get him through. Ensure you have your ribbon not tangled. See how mine's got the tangle in it? Just flip him over before you knot him. Pull it through. And just another knot. Simple. Not that hard. You can do a triple knot if you want to be safe. And there's one done, one side done. Let's do the next side. This ribbon, the garden green, is such a beautiful colour. Gorgeous colour. We're still getting plenty of rain here at the moment. That one is, oh no, he's not. I thought he was starting to pop through. So just ensure when you poke the holes, they're not too big. I did have a smaller hole punch, but it was a bit tricky trying to get the ribbon through. So just ensure that you don't make too big a hole punch that you'll be forever trying to hold your ribbon in, your handles together through there. Let's just hope my handles will be level. That'll be the tester. I'll probably have one up and one down. Knowing me, I will. Okay. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. Now, if you didn't like these bits hanging up, you can chop them off a bit, which I am going to. Chop a bit of that excess off. I don't want to chop too much because I don't want it to run loose. See? There you go. And if you want, you can always stick just a piece of plain old sticky tape there, just to secure them. Alrighty, so let us decorate this bag. So I have cut just a layering circle. Oh, I could have done the stylish shape circles. Never thought of them. And then just a scallop circle in the garden green. So what I am going to stamp on this is, where is it? Wishing you all the beautiful gifts of Christmas. Now this one is from the Inspired Thoughts. This is a good stamp set. It has everything. Thank you, congratulations, sending healing thoughts, thinking of you on your special day. That's a good wedding one. Heartfelt sympathy, and there's a Christmas one. There's a couple of Christmas ones, peace and joy. It's a good standby stamp set. So, and we might do that in garden green. Stamp him in. Push him over to the side. Try and get my circle level, but that's the good thing about the circles. Don't tell me I've cut the too small a circle. I think I have. I did. How dilly am I? Just a minute, we'll go and get another circle. Okay, I'm back again. Sorry about that. Goodness me, I thought, cut the right circle size. Here we go. Let's start again anyway. Perfect. Got it that time. Yippee! Oh dear. Now we will attach this to this one. And my glue's clogging up now, or it's running out. Goodness me. Day's turning into a mess. Oops, got stuck there. Which meant then I smudged the ink there. So that's there. Now, dimensionals, where did they go? Oh no, I'm not. I am going to pop, and here's another item that I do not own, that doesn't come from the store, is a little hole punch. That's a tiny hole punch that is another one that I shouldn't be using. Now I'm using here on the top, I'm going to put on here, the Festive Pearls. Now, they're Festive Pearls in the catalogue, but when you receive them, it says red and green adhesive back pearls. But, yep, they're Festive Pearls in the catalogue. So we're going to pop a couple of these. If I can get them off. Oh, here we go. One in the centre there. One either side of it, and hope they're level. One in the centre. These are beautiful, really are. One either side. Now I am going to use the Simply Elegant trim, and we're going to use the gold one. Gold bit. So what I'm doing is I'm just popping it through here. Just needing a little bit, probably a bit long there. Just needing a little bit like that. Bring our bag back in. Move some of this out of the way. And I'm going to attach it just to the ribbon, so that it's hanging on the ribbon. So bring it up like that, and I've probably cut off too much, or too little I should say, and I won't be able to tie it into a knot. Or he'll be the wrong way round. He will sit back to front. Oh no, he's not. And there we have our second bag done. Okay, so let's get on with bag number 3. Hopefully bag number 3 is a lot more easier, and I've cut everything out the right way. Okay, now with bag number 3, I have not cut this to size as yet, because just let me get a few things out of the way here. I really needed to explain to you how to cut your DSP with this one. Now I've got another piece here that's 12 by 12. Just flicking my paper over so I know my measurements that I need to do. The 12 inches, if you've got directional paper, and this is why I picked this one because it's directional. If you have directional paper, you've got to remember the bag goes around this way. So this will be the top of your bag. So it's going to be a 12 by 8 inch piece of DSP we need. So what you need to do is you need to trim your cardstock, your DSP, turn it on the side so that the direction is going sideways, and chop it at 8 inches. And this piece you can use for something else. So here we have our bag. This is our bag. All right. Okay, so I will get rid of my cutter. I don't need that. Let me put him out of the way, and he'll probably go falling on the ground. Let's bring our Simply Scored back in. We have, so here we have our 12 by 8. Turn it so that your direction of paper is going up this way. So we're on the short side first, and we're going to score at 2 inches, right along. This is the bottom of the bag. Bring it back so your display or your pattern is up the top and falling down. Now we're going to score at 2, 5 3/4, 7 3/4, and 11 1/2. Now, do those measurements sound familiar? These were the same measurements that we used in our first bag. But here's the other part. They were full score lines right through to the paper, the bottom of the paper. We've got 2 more score lines to do on the 12-inch side. At 1 inch, these are only part score lines. So we score at 1 inch down to 5 inches. And then again at 6 3/4 down to 5 inches. And so I usually get it. I put my ruler along there to line it up. But it's just an approximate to 5 inches. And that's the scoring done. It's probably not the best of paper to have shown you on, but it was the only piece of directional paper I had left. Okay. Our little piece over here. Oh, let me show you the bag first. Now the best thing about this bag is called the Simply Fold Down bag. You can make as many of these as you like, because look, it will fold flat. Great party bags. Well, they're great gift bags. I used to make these for my sister-in-law when she worked at one of the schools, and she'd hand them. Now, that's a long time ago. She's finished now, and she'd give them as gifts to the teachers. So I'd be making up heaps of these little bags. Okay, so let's do all folding our score lines. Do not fold on the part score lines. I've done that. I've mucked up. I've done that. So we do not fold on the part score lines. They're just to help us get our bag into shape. I really need a big piece of white. Oh, this one's not so bad in viewing. Where's our other one? Oh, there it is. I was looking for that part score line. And that should be it of the full and the bottom. And there we go. So we will cut this one up. Remove him. Cut up on our folds. That's done. Get rid of that bit. We'll put our tear and tape wherever that has disappeared to on this piece here. Goodness me, can't find the end. So all bags are created in virtually just the same way. So we'll fold him over, especially this one and the first one. They are very similar. And there's your bag. And there, see how the pattern is directional. Now we'll just pop these ones in. That's the back, so that's the front. Got that behind around there. Actually, I think I'll just, how's that sitting? Looks like I might have a little bit of, oh no I don't. I'll just pop a bit of liquid glue on this one. Be a lot quicker. If it wants to work. I think I'm running out. Oops. I don't usually put that much glue on, but I'm starting to run out, just so I can get him level up. And then I'll just get my bone folder in there. Now, here's the best part. Remember our part folded scores? We now bring this together like we did with the first bag, but we're walking down the sides of the bag, punching them in, not punching them in, you know, poking them in, walk down as far as the bag will let you. Now, that's letting me there. That won't let me go anymore. And then what you do is just fold, push your hands in there, and just fold it to the back. And there you have your fold flat bag. Now I always come along with my bone folder and give it a really good score. I made these bags also quite a few years ago now for my niece when she got married, and these were the little bags that sat on the table, and they were done in cardstock, and then we just had a piece of decorated paper on the front, and they were done in blue, and the bags that went to the ladies, they had little flowers on them, and the men's had bow ties, and they had lollies in them. They were great. Admittingly, I think I made about 120, 140 bags, something like that. Okay, so how do we make our little hole, our little handle? I'm sorry, it's another Stampin' Up punch that's not available. I just use the 1-inch punch. And try and get it in the middle. In between those two little, you might find the thickness there. See if you can get it in between those two. Sometimes you can't. Now you're going through, oh, that one wasn't too bad. It's hard when you're going through 2 lots of cardstock. Okay. So there's our bag. What a cute little bag this one is. Rightio, let us decorate. I have used the scalloped contour dies, one of the dies from there. I will use Real Red ink. We're going to use the Christmas greetings from the Decorated with Happiness stamp set. And my mat, when I can find it, it was just here. Where's it disappeared to? Goodness me, it was just, here it is. I knew it was somewhere. Photopolymer stamps work best with the Stampin' Pierce mat because there's no cushioning in them. Not like with the red rubber. You've got that bit of cushion there. Okay. We'll pop him on there. Beautiful. As you can see, I've just re-inked my Real Red. Just let him dry a little bit. I'm going to put dimensionals on him, if I can find them. Oh, here they are. I was going to say, where did I put them this time? Always losing them. The good thing about this bag is you can decorate the front while it's sitting flat. That's the best part about this bag. I love this little bag. It's a great little bag for a little box, just a little box. I've got a little box, but it's way over the other side of the room of Ferrero Rochers, just to give as a gift for somebody. So pop him on there. I'm coming back in, oh, excuse me, with the festive pearls, and I'm going to use the gold ones on this one. Oh, come on, off you come. Don't be naughty. Will I put 3 on the other side? Let me see. Might be a bit too much. You know what? I've changed my mind here. I'm still using these. Whoops. I'm going to put 2 there and just move this one up just a little bit. Oh, excuse me. I'm now starting to get a tickle in my throat. So just like that. Then what I'm going to do, oh, here we go, a ribbon. I find these ones a bit harder to make as a ribbon because they just want to go every which way they want to. Let me see if I can oh, there we go. Untangle it just by running it through your fingers. And look, I've straightened it out compared to what's left on the line there. I've probably done too much, but hey, doesn't matter. Does not matter one bit. I prefer to have too much than not enough. There we can pop him over there like that. That's a bit better. That's too big though. And it always wants to loosen itself. That'll do. This one here. Just that little bit too big. That'll do. That's fine. Okay, glued up. I might just pop him right here in the middle. And we will just trim this off. It'll probably go here, there and every bloomin' where, as they always do. This one wants to sit up like a sore toe. And there's our third bag, complete. I make this bag quite a lot and I do really love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, so let me move a fair bit of rubbish from here. You should see my floor absolutely covered with dimensionals, bits and pieces. I better put the top on the glue before it dries out. And I'll bring in the other bags. We probably won't fit them all in the picture today. Okay, so here is bag number 1. He's a big tall one, this one. He's a good one. I reckon you could pack some socks into that one, I reckon. So let me see if I can get him there. Bag number 1. Where's bag number 2? I like that one too. That'd be good for like a t-shirt. That's a good one, that one. And bag number 3, our little flat bag. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's gift bags. And I know we've gone longer than what we have the last 2 weeks. I am so terribly sorry on that. Now, special ordering. If you place your order anytime from now until, so that's the 29th of October 2022, until the 2nd of November 2022, using the host code, you will go into the final draw. There's a few entries there already. Yes, there are. Now, if you would like to place your order through me, that's fine. Just either send me a message, or I'll put my phone number will be in the description as well, is in the description. So please, I'm happy to do your ordering for you. So until next week, I'm going to do gift boxes next week. Yep, a few gift boxes. Okay, so until next week, ladies, I hope to see you all again next week. And have a good week, everybody. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.